Hello everybody and welcome back to the FM24 Youth Academy Challenge with CD Toledo, and we are taking on PSG in the Champions League quarter-finals. Is this the year we do it? I'm not sure. There's a lot of very good teams left in the competition. Let's go and have a look. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back, and carrying straight on from the last episode, I said I was going to record it straight away, and I've had, well, about a 4-hour break because of work and food and life and walking a dog and things like that. But yes, we are still here. I am still in the same outfit. It's probably got a few food stains down it now, but there you go. We are taking on PSG. The first leg is at home in Toledo, and I'm quite excited about it. There has been no more games since the youth intake to this one. It is literally the next game after the youth intake, so I'm excited to see how we get on. We're going to do leg 1 and 2 in this episode. We'll just skip the game against Celta Vigo and I'll just tell you the score and show you who scored and things like that. But yeah, we're going to take on PSG, who are missing their top goal scorer through injury, which is awesome. I was just having a quick look. Well, their top goal scorer is actually at Valencia out on loan, but their actual goal scorer is still at their club with 11 goals in 20 or 34 games is Miguel Ilan, a 35-year-old striker who is injured. He's very, very good, but he's injured and he's old, so yeah, he's done. Next up, they've got Gaston Martinez, a left winger who's got 10 in 36. So in terms of goal scoring records of players, we are by far and away better than them. Miguel Moreno has 30 in 40. I should be able to do that maths quite easily. 44. And we have 28 in 41 for Vallejo. 22 in 36 for Mendoza. So we've got 3 people that have a better goal scoring record than their best goal scorer. So I'm hoping we have enough of firepower to get us through this. In terms of problems at the club, if we could just quickly get rid of the under-19s that I've been using. We've got Carlos Guerres is suspended. Jan Petric is out injured. He's on his way back, 5 to 10 days coming back from a calf strain. But other than that, everybody else is pretty much ready. Dave Supreme is back from his broken leg. He's back and fit. I don't know if I told you about that, but yes, he had a broken leg. He got a broken leg after being tackled. He was out for 5 months after the Alaves game, so he's been out for quite a while. We've actually had a few little knocks, and everyone's coming back to fitness at the right time. Kike Andreas was out as well for 3 weeks versus Real Madrid with a, what did he have? A pulled calf muscle, so he's now back. We've had Kazushi and Akinde suspended. Phil Lewis was out with an injury as well. If we look at his injuries, he was out for 3 weeks with a twisted ankle. So I think other teams are starting to get aggressive on our players as well, which is, well, not very nice. Just because we do it to them doesn't mean they have to do it back to us. 2 wrongs don't make a right and all that jazz. But yeah, I think we just get into the game against PSG. They're lining up in a 4-2-3-1, and like I said in the last episode, I do enjoy playing against the 4-2-3-1. So I will pick the team for this one because I'm going to have a bit of rotation since the last league game. We will filter around people that aren't unavailable. And yeah, I'll pick the team and we'll be right back. Okay, so due to the suspension to Carreras, we are bringing in Dave Supreme at centre-back. He's played there a couple of times before, which means Akinde and Kazushi are in midfield. Phil Lewis and Andreas at the full-backs position. Joe Page obviously in goal. Vallejo on the right. Pozzo in behind Mendoza. Moreno on the left. Jan Petric misses out due to his calf strain. It's a good team. I'm happy with it. I was torn over who to play at centre-back, but I think Dave Supreme can come in, do a really good job, be a good ball-playing defender back there as well. So we're not going to mess around too much. We're going to get into this one and take on PSG. It'll be a tough game. They're a good team. You know, we beat Benfica in the last round. They beat Granada from La Liga. It's first in La Liga, which is us, versus third in Ligue 1. So if you're going on that sort of form, or that basis of league talent and league competitiveness, we should win this relatively. It's the Champions League! I don't know why it always takes me by surprise that the music is in the game. But 4-2-3-1 for us. The only real slight sort of out of position is probably Pozzo in behind the striker, but he can play there. They are lining up in a 4-2-3-1. On gender, I'm going to assume, is a new gen and not actual on gender. Luca is one of the best wingers in the world, if you listen to the press and the press speculation. And our assistant manager, who's always like, oh, I'd rather have Vallejo or Pozzo over Luca. They always get compared to him. So here we go then. We are here playing PSG, who have got the 3D kit in the game as well, which I really like. It does look very nice when you can get those 3D kits all working in the game. And it is off and ready, and we have a corner early on. 3 minutes in, Pozzo back to Mendoza, chips it into the back, and Hunt comes and claims it very well. A bit too easy for him, that one. I think we made that a little bit too easy for him to just pick that one out of the sky. Hunt goes with a long kick up towards Luca, who gets it back from Mosquera. Moreno puts him under pressure. Into Mosquera again. Mosquera goes up to Kazushi, who wins it. Mendoza brings it forward, but a poor touch. It's full to Kike Andreas. So happy we've got him back in the team. Moreno, who PSG want to sign, and we've just offered him a new massive contract. In fact, he's just signed it. We haven't just offered it to him. He's just signed it. It's got a £500 million release fee. I was very happy about that. But Kike Andreas picked the ball up, swung across, and I thought we might get a penalty for that challenge there, but it fell through to Moreno, and that is 1-0 inside 5 minutes for the home team. And yeah, the good thing about playing 4-2-3-1 is that I know that we can attack them in this system that we've got, and it's really good. It's really, really good. So 15 minutes in, 2 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. I think we can, in fact, we're not going to say anything. 1-0's, I don't want to say anything at 1-0. It's 2-0, I want to give him praise. Pozzo, back to Mendoza again. Mendoza just going the long way round into Kike Andreas. Kazushi with a shot. It's going to be tough to score from that sort of angle, mate, but you know, you gave it a good shot. 25 minutes gone, still 1-0 Toledo, and here is PSG on the attack, and Gutierrez turns and it's a goal. Gerard Gutierrez gets it. Yeah, it was sort of building up. There was so many people crowded in front of Joe. 1-1. It sort of feels like they don't deserve that. Is this going to be heartbreak like when we played Real Madrid and they... I'm never going to let this go, by the way, when they beat us on penalties after having 2 shots in the whole game. Yes, they've had 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal. Absolutely amazing. Kazushi. Back to Andrew Neeson. You can see they've got 2 players forward just pushing our 2 at the back, so we are a bit susceptible to the counter, but I want to keep on attacking because we get in positions like this as Pozzo crosses it in. Oh, Mendoza gets on the loose ball, and because the defender won the header, I don't think it's even going to be checked for VAR for offside, but 28 minutes gone, we're back in front by 2-1, and yeah, Pozzo making that really good run down the wing. A little bit of a sort of exchange of positions with Vallejo, which was nice to see, but Mendoza gets on the loose ball. 2-1 Toledo, and now we will give them some praise because we've turned that sort of downtrodden, we've just conceded from their first shot on the game, straight away turned it around. They scored 27, we scored 29, and we get a 2-1 lead. Free kick, Mendoza takes it in quickly, looking for Neeson at the back post. He rised highest. He jumped like a salmon, as Michael Owen would say, but he couldn't get his header on target. 6 shots to 3, 4 on target to 3. We are playing well. PSG are creating decent chances, though. They've got an OK XG, and all of their shots are going on target, so they are testing Joe. I think we're ahead like we deserve to be. Keep it going. Don't sort of let performances drop, and we're actually going to just drop to positive because I don't feel like we have to really go for it. I know it's the first leg. We're 2-1 up. We're in the ascendancy. But, you know, just a reminder to the boys that not everything has to be hell forever. That's a good save from Hunt from Mendoza, who is back amongst the goals. He had a little spell out injured as well, but it wasn't too much to really talk about or flag up as Pozzo comes on. Weak foot cross goes in on Gender, covers it, but Kazushi tackles him. Andreas out to Phil Lewis. I thought he was going to shoot. Akinde kept the ball, but we recycle it and just hold on and don't take any stupid chances, basically. We'll probably rotate the squad quite a bit for the Celta Vigo game as well. Just to try and keep people fresh as Martinez swings the ball in. Luca, oh, what a save from Joe Page. The commentary saying he pulls off a fine save to tip it wide, and he did just that, to be honest, as Martinez swings this one in towards the back post. Gutierrez heads it over the bar, and with an hour gone, our fitness isn't doing too badly, to be honest. We'll keep this team out there a little bit longer. Akinde goes back to Andrew Neeson. Out to Kike Andreas, into Pozzo. Good first time pass into Pozzo, that one. Neeson, oh, he's giving it away. Martinez pounces. Kike Andreas was just napping a little bit. Square ball, and Ngom scores. It's 2-2, and it's come from our error. We're going to go back to attacking. That is really disappointing. It was an Andrew Neeson pass to Andreas. It looked like it was Andreas not coming to the ball. Martinez just anticipated it a little bit better, I guess. Let's give him some encouragement. Let's see if we can get... Is there fresh legs on for anyone that's also playing badly? Vallejo's not playing brilliantly. We'll bring on... yeah, I do think we'll do Kuoka on the right. Although Joel Pozzo's not having a great game either. 6.3 is Dave Supreme at the back. Really not enjoying it. Aaron Wall can come on for him. Or we could do Jake Mills. I'm going to do Jake Mills just because he's a giant of a man. And we'll leave it like that. We'll do Pozzo for Fintan straight potentially. If he doesn't improve. But yeah, PSG getting back into the game a little bit now. They've got a bit of a bit of momentum behind them. Andreas, Kyoka, back to Andreas, into Pozzo. We've just about kept that alive. Kazushi back to Neeson. Neeson goes up to Kike Andreas, looking to make an amends for his little mistake. Andreas cuts inside. On that left foot, he's hit the post. Oh, we've seen him do that so often. It's actually offside against Mendoza. But we've seen Kike Andreas do that, cut inside when he's at that high end of the pitch. And get on that his favoured left foot, and get a good shot off. He is looking tired. Kazushi on a 6.6 tired in midfield. We're going to do Pozzo for... Oh, yeah, no, Connor's the one, isn't it? Connor's more the man to play in that role. And we'll do Kazushi off for... I'm going to give Andrew Burgess a go. Andrew Burgess. I've got a feeling about Andy Burgess. I think that's who we go for. Once our head of youth development, now into the thrust of it against PSG in the Champions League. 15 minutes to go. 13 minutes to go. You can see we're getting back the match momentum. We've sort of wrestled it back. 10 minutes to go. Mendoza into Kike Andreas. Holds it up. Swings across him with his right foot. It's back post to Kinde. Oh, he attacked it well, but couldn't get it on target. Just could not get it on target. And I think we're going to make Phil Lewis our final substitution. Off he comes for Aaron Wall at left back. Fresh legs on in the full-back position for the last 4 or so minutes. We've got a bit of added time, I imagine, as well, as Aaron Wall. Fresh legs coming down that left-hand side. An early cross looking for Andreas. Headed away. It's 3v2. PSG have played this well on the counter. They've sort of taken their time. Minasov, he's hit the bar. He's hit the bar. I'm not going to change. I want to keep attacking. Even if they're going to leave it 3v2 for us on the counter-attack, I want to stay on the ascendancy while we're at home. And there may be one last chance for someone here, because there is a minute to go in the 5 minutes of time added on. Mosquera into Ibanez. Ibanez comes forward, brings it out from the back. A really good run. Akinde with a really good tackle and win possession back for a minute. I thought it was going to be a penalty. Aaron Wall does get there. Ibanez wins it again. Akinde wins it back. Connor out to Kyoka. He's got an overlap. Can he use it? He does. Kike Andreas. Are we going to get one last chance? Andrew Burgess. Kyoka takes it infield. Out to Aaron Wall on the left. Aaron Wall into the box. Aaron Wall shoots it straight at Hunt. And that was the moment to take a win into the second leg. But it's all to play for. 2-2 going into the second leg. We should have won it despite the result, so I'm happy. Let's take that with us into the second leg. We'll be back for it. Here we are then, back for the return leg against PSG. A comfortable 3-1 win against Celta Vigo in the last game as well. Goals coming all from our left-hand side. John Parsons got a start over Moreno to give him a rest, and he scored 2. Phil Lewis got the other one as well. Goal and an assist for him, which gave him a 9 rating and a man of the match performance. You can see Connor and Aaron Wall came on late in the game. Miguel Moreno came on for a little cameo as well and got there, and a couple of yellow cards picked up. But everyone is fit and healthy. They've had enough rest. A good win. We gave them an extra day off from training to get through it. So, yeah, we're into this one. I think we're going to go basically for the same team that played the first leg, although Carreras is back. So we're going to drop him. I think we're just going to drop Dave Supreme to the bench. Andrew Burgess is going to miss out. Carreras is going to come in back at centre-back, and we're going to go like that. Oh, Kenneth Harve needs to change out for Kike Andreas as well. So, into the game we're going to go. They're lining up in a 4-2-3-1 again, and yeah, Pozzo suspended. Damn it, I forgot about that. And Jan Petrik's not back and available. We could try Miguel Moreno there and put John Parsons on, who did just score 2 goals. So I think we are going to try that to start. We're going to go Parsons on there, Moreno in behind the striker, and then Andrew Burgess comes back to the bench for Joel Pozzo because he's suspended. And I think we go with that. Joe Page, Kike Andreas, Neeson, Carreras for Lewis, Akinde, Kazushi, Vallejo, Moreno, Parsons, and Mendoza up front. So Parsons brings a bit more height to the situation, and he is in good form, scoring 2 goals in the last game, linking up well with Phil Lewis on the left. It looks like they are playing pretty much exactly the same team. Looks like they rotated in their league game as well. So carry a last performance into this one, and we'll do well. And I'm not going to say anything else. We're going to go with that. It's the Champions League. It didn't surprise me this time that the Champions League music was on. They've actually started Santana over Ngom, I think, in the middle. But we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, 4-2-3-1 for both teams. Big game, quarter-final, second leg, 2-2 after the first leg. What can we do in the Parc des Princes in Paris, the capital of France, for those that didn't know. And yeah, it could be interesting. I do love that kit. I do love that kit. Like, if Toledo could actually design that kit and then send me one, it would be absolutely amazing. But it is the Champions League, it is the Parc des Princes, it is the quarterfinals, and it is the second leg. This is where the action is going to happen. Now, I'm hoping that PSG underestimate us a little bit in our attacking system. We're still playing attacking to start. In fact, no, we're not. We're going to drop down to positive, and we're going to see how that goes. Kike Andreas with a throw-in. In it goes to Vallejo. Vallejo holds it up well. Back to Andreas. Puts a low cross in. It bounces around and we've got a goal. Miguel Moreno. He's gone in behind the striker in that attacking midfield role, which probably would have confused PSG. And we've got an early goal. And remember, away goals do not count anymore in the Champions League. So it is just a 1-goal lead. It's not like a 1.5 goal lead. Kike Andreas, low cross in. It was, I think, a really good tackle from Mendoza. And Moreno fires it home. Close range. 1-0. Come on. Come on. And I'm going to do something a little bit odd here. We're not going to counter anymore. Just encourage us to hold our shape a little bit more. Unless this goes in, and then we will go back to countering. He had so much space. Our marking there was dreadful. And somehow he just hit the bar. Yasser Morale keeps it alive. Into Baluskas. Over the top. Martinez looked offside. The flag goes up. It definitely looked offside. It definitely looked offside. And it's being checked. And it is offside. Come on. Good. Well done, assistant referee. Well done, VAR. I said it looked offside. And that has scared the bejesus out of me. So we're going attacking again. Andreas into Carreras, back in the team after suspension. Up to Phil Lewis. He has got John Parsons ahead of him and finds him. They were in scintillating form against Celta Vigo, those two on the left. Phil Lewis keeps going. Can he find John Parsons again? Moreno cuts inside. Can't quite get there. Good tackle from Santana. But not the best clearance. Neeson picks it up into Kike Andreas, into Vallejo. What a ball from Kike Andreas. It's 2. Come on. Our super youngster, Sergio Vallejo, makes it 2-0 Toledo in the Parc des Princes. And our fans back there are going absolutely wild. We're attacking the end where our fans are sitting, it seems. What a ball this is from Kike Andreas into Sergio Vallejo. Turns his man calmly as you like. You can say the goalkeeper probably should do better, given that he dived very close to the ball. But yeah, 2-0. We're doing a sort of PSG here. 3 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals. But when I do it, I'm not going to moan. It's only when they do it. That's when we have a go at the AI. We're going to praise them. It's another throw in. Vallejo, Kike Andreas, Kazushi, all the way back to Neeson. I mean, Dave Supreme does a good job at centre-back, but these two at the back are superb, and it's 3. Referee's got his arm up. The flag didn't go up. So he's just checking if Mendoza is going to see that he was offside through VAR. And he's not! It's 3-0 inside 30 minutes. Come on! What a start to this game. Andrew Neeson into Akinde, into Mendoza. A really good run. Lovely ball through from Akinde. And it's 3-0 here in France to the away team, which is unbelievable stuff. 3-0 up. Phil Lewis on a yellow card, not playing brilliantly, may come off at half-time because we can't afford to be carrying anyone, having 10 men either. We may, let's just tell him to ease off. I think he's on hard tackling because he tackles the wingers hard in this one. So let's just go player instructions. Yeah, we'll just tell him to ease off those tackles because he's on that yellow card. As Kike Andreas up to Moreno, making a good run into the channel, into Vallejo. Vallejo cuts it back. Akinde into Phil Lewis, into Parsons. No one can quite get enough space for a shot off Kazushi. Akinde, Phil Lewis again. It's wonderful football to watch. Phil Lewis back to Akinde. Akinde all the way to the edge to Kazushi. He does get a shot off. It hits the bar. And Vallejo can't win the header. And PSG are just sinking without a trace right now. We are into added time, added on. Parsons gets the cross in. Mendoza and Moreno. Oh, it's gone wide. It's just all Toledo. This is the sort of form we wanted to see. This is exactly the sort of form we wanted to see. Yeah, shots are even, but it's been all us. It has been all us. You're doing brilliantly. Keep it going. 3-0 up. 5-2. I think surely now we can go like positive and... Yeah, I never put counter back on. That's all. I thought I'd put it back on. I hadn't put it back on. We're doing all of this actually sensibly as well and keeping our shape when we lose the ball, when we win the ball back and not just bombing up the pitch with everybody, which is good. Kazushi into Kike Andreas. Kike Andreas comes down the right-hand side. Crossing Mendoza! It's 4-0. PSG are completely sinking. They haven't got a hope to stand on. Where's your Mbappe now, you knobheads? Kazushi with a great turn in the middle. Fed Kike Andreas, who ran off the back of his man. Put that one through into the zone for the low cross. And Mendoza's there to just tap it in. It's a classic Man City goal, really, isn't it, that one? It's what you'd usually see, like Foden or Bernardo Silva, the cut back to like Sterling or not Rodri, like Gundogan or someone running onto it. Absolutely superb. What a performance we're seeing here. 4-0 up away in the Parc des Princes in the Champions League quarterfinals. It's a very good performance is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else than it's a very good performance. Kazushi off. Dave Supreme can come on back in a more familiar position in that central midfield with Akinde in there. And oh my word, no, I'm not going to ask the question. But 72 minutes gone. Right, Phil Lewis, he calmed his game down. A good game, good recovery. We'll bring Aaron Wall on back there, just so that we don't get a silly red card or anything. And we'll go for that with 14 minutes to go. PSG have been sunk. They have been annihilated in this game. Ajax and Barcelona drawing 0-0. I don't know what the result was from the first leg there. Gutierrez is over a free kick. It is a promising position, as the commentary says. Gets it over the wall, but also over the top of Joe Page's goal. And with 5 minutes to go, we can just make our final 2 substitutions. Miguel Moreno, in behind the strikers, actually had a really good game. Maybe that is something we have to consider going forward. We will take off Kike Andreas for Kenneth Harth. He's had a really good game. And he didn't come on last time, so he can come on this time. Fintan straight on for Miguel Moreno in a Champions League quarter-final where it is all kicking off because Toledo are going to run out 6-2 aggregate winners, 4-0 away from home. We gave up a few more shots than I would like, but we created 4 clear-cut chances and scored them all, basically, according to that. Mendoza gets man of the match with a 9.1. What a win. What a win. You made the doubters eat their words. Come on. What a win. Right, what a win. Barcelona go through in extra time. That's annoying. I definitely would have preferred Ajax to go through, to be honest. But, yeah, there you go. 4-0 win, an XG of 2.08 to 0.97. So we did deserve it from extra. We get 9 million, which doesn't really matter. 2 goals for Mendoza as well. Superb in front of goal. Phil Lewis is going to be banned for the first leg of the semi-final. And we're going to play Barcelona, which I'm not. I'm a little bit concerned, but I shouldn't be too upset about. We've got quite a good record against Barcelona when they play their 4-2-2 narrow formation. I think if you look in Data Hub, can you see if you go previous meetings, can you jump to a different team to see? No, it'll just show you the next. Oh, select from fixture. Here we go. If we go all the way down here, right? Yeah, Barcelona. Can we see? Yes, we can see Barcelona. So if we go to like modern times, is modern times at the bottom? Yeah, it is. So yeah, we've not lost to them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. We have only won 2 of those outright, and one of them was on penalties. So, I mean, it's a good increase in form than when we first started playing them. 10-0 the first time we played Barcelona. I think I did that live on camera. But yeah, okay. There we go. We will be back for the first and second legs against Barcelona. Just a little game against Real Madrid sandwiched in the middle. Brilliant. Just what we need. But it's the Champions League semi-finals. What is the other semi-final? That's a good point. Man City or Real Madrid. So how have they done in their first legs? Man City beat Real Madrid 3-1. Atletico Madrid beat Chelsea 2-0. I don't know what I'm going to do if we get all the way to the final and play Atletico Madrid. Like, I hate this season. I hate playing Atletico Madrid because it's annoying they play a 4-2-3-1 and I can't seem to beat them. It's very irritating. But we'll deal with that if we get there. We're not going to meet them until it is the final if we get through. Let's give all the players a well-deserved rest after that. And that was bloody brilliant. We're into the Champions League semi-finals. Is this the year? Oh, I bloody hope so. Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying the series, please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.